Hi all, welcome to the Marquee Matchups for the 19th of December. Not as many routes as usual because winter break is starting to kick in for a few leagues, but we only nailed one spot on, but we got 3 of the leagues right with France, Germany and the EPL, but still nonetheless, smash likes as always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GTheLegend, all the links are down below for posts on the channel and social media links as always, and remember to check out everyone in the prediction league as always guys. So first off this week we have one EPL option in the form of Arsenal versus Liverpool. We've got to feature it despite obviously Arsenal featuring this week, which kind of scuppers it. It's the only kind of marquee one that stands out, but it could easily go for any EPL option. Personally I would say 79 rating is a safe bet to go. I can't see them going to the 80, which they could easily do, but be prepared nonetheless. As I said, cover a few rares, cover a few nations, as long as you've got a full EPL team, as always I feel is a smart option to kind of put together with any league for a marquee matchup, because it just covers your back really, because you never know what they could do, and I feel it's all, but as I said, 4 out of 10, but EPL might still happen, so be wary. Most guaranteed option everyone is assuming this week is El Clasico, which is Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It's a 7 out of 10 for me though guys. I don't see it being any higher. I don't see why I should put it 10-8, but smart option in all honesty. And be wary though, Deportivo versus Celta Vigo is a game that is deemed a bit of a derby in the league as well, so you've got 2 options to consider. But if you're to go for Barcelona players like Vidal, Vallejo, Gomez, Turan, Nacho Fernandez, Lucas Vazquez, these kind of players, you want to maybe prepare for an 80 rated squad, because they could go quite high this week for this particular option, so be fully aware that they could bump it up just to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more expensive, and it would just make all the more interesting for this particular marquee matchup. 7 out of 10 for the main one, 5 for the Deportivo versus Celta Vigo game. So that's covered that. Italy has 2 games in the form of Juventus versus Roma and Milan versus Atalanta. Juventus Roma is kind of like a top 4 clash, and both teams are like major teams in their respective cities as well, when you've got Lazio to throw in as well and Torino for Turin. But Juventus versus Roma, 6 out of 10. We've had a lot of Italy based options, but still 79 rating is the way I'm kind of thinking. As long as you cover 1 from each team as always, I can't see it going much more than 2 or 3, it would kind of be overkill, and from there you just want to cover a mixture of the nations, cover a few Italy based players, because you never know, they might go Italy or even a nations based requirement. They're so prone to doing little things that we kind of easily miss, and I would imagine 15-20k pack, or it could be a small mixed rare players pack or something. It would be something kind of crazy, you never know what they could do nowadays. SPFL has Hearts versus Hibs, Edinburgh Derby. This is the second one of the season, and Celtic versus Aberdeen. Hearts versus Hibs I fancy heavily, 7 out of 10 due to the nature of the options that we have this week. Celtic versus Aberdeen is like a top 4 clash, they've both been the top 2 in the league for the last few years as well. But for Hearts versus Hibernian, I would say I'm preparing the high end, which is a 70 rated squad. I've got the whole league anyway, so I'm prepared for the League SBC if it was to drop sooner than later. But for me, anywhere between 1 to 3 players all told from both teams, and then it's just a case of preparing a mix of the clubs, a mix of rares, and also maybe even a mix of different nationalities as well, because there's so many different ways you can put this. 7 out of 10 for the Hearts versus Hibs, 5 for Celtic versus Aberdeen. But hopefully they had a lot of hype the last time, and I think we could have deja vu here. J-League has the Emperor Cup semi-final. The final is the following week, so be aware. Despite Vissel Kobe versus Cerezo Osaka is a derby, it's the Kensai derby. They could go for the final, which would make a bit of sense for the following week because of the lack of games that I'm noticing for the following week. But still be prepared for this option nonetheless. I've gave it a 7 out of 10 on that basis, that this has a strong shout because it's a derby in a big semi-final. Goals like Kiyotaki and Podolski are smart options to go for from a rating perspective. If you've got healthy abundance of the league, bronzes and silvers will keep yourself well and truly covered. From there we go to Melbourne City versus Melbourne Victory. The Melbourne Derby, I think we could have this. I think we had it already, I might be wrong, but I fancy it yet again. 7 out of 10, last of my big shots. For me, looking at the golds like Macaroni, Fornaroli, Sakujo, Diego Castro, sorry, Ninkovic, these kind of players, they're all smart gold rated options, because I feel if you cover to a 70 rated, if you've got an abundance of golds and then all you have to do is from mix of bronze and silvers, you're well and truly covered. Could easily go a mix of Australian players, could go a healthy amount of rares as well. Like I've got 4 in the team alone, but see what happens in all honesty. It's getting harder and harder to kind of nail this down. Obviously these are the marquee games. They could throw in games in different leagues, like they could go League 2, there's a couple of West Country derbies like Yeovil for example, they're playing, so we'll be fully aware of this. Hopefully find this useful. As always, as I said, not as many leagues to kind of cover this week, and it'll be the theme for the next couple of weeks as well. Smash the likes as always, sub to the channel for now, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. Take it easy all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.